Hello, hi there, and good afternoon, and welcome to this very, very special edition of Pirate Pundit. And yeah, you saw us about 2 hours ago. We were in a service station not far from Liverpool, and now we're here, to speak to someone who's very, very special and who enjoyed a very, very special time at Bristol Rovers and Southampton and Liverpool, and scored an incredible goal for England. And just as a matter of fact, I'm just having a look at something right now, and we can just see it there. That's the jersey from 2013, and I didn't actually see the goal go in myself because I was standing at a bus stop, and as I'm sure you've all gathered by now, I am Scottish. but when I heard that Rickie Lambert had netted an incredible header against Scotland, I do remember feeling a bit chuffed about that myself, because those were the early days for me in supporting Bristol Rovers. And the man himself is here with us today, and he has very kindly allowed us to come into his home for this very special edition of Pirate Pundit. And Rickie Lambert, hello, and thank you very much.
Oh, nice one, it's my pleasure. Pleasure, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much. And that goal, Rickie, that was your first for your country. It was a very busy time for you, wasn't it?
It was a mad 2 or 3 years. It was obviously the 2 promotions with Southampton, which I never believed was possible, and then obviously 1 year in the Premier League and then play for England, and to score was incredible. To do your first touch, it was crazy.
When something like that happens, I mean, how much of it do you actually remember?
I do remember most of it, to be honest, thankfully. It was, like I just said, it was a surreal day. All my family was there. And I kind of knew what was going to happen, to be honest. It was, I was so determined to score and do well. I was just frustrated that I was on the bench. Well, no, I was happy I was on the bench. I just wanted to get on, and I could see the minutes passing down. I finally got on, and like I said, it topped off 2 or 3 incredible years of my career at Southampton, but my whole career as a professional footballer.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever celebrated an England goal quite as much as that one, so it must have been amazing for you.
Yeah.
Seeing that ball hit the back of the net.
No, it's a lot of people have said that, to be honest, and not just Southampton or Bristol fans, like Arsenal fans or even Everton fans have said, like, I think they could understand the journey I went through to get to that moment and how long it took. So I mean, the appreciation from everyone it meant a lot, and it still does mean a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously you getting called up to the England squad was quite nice for England fans to see, because obviously usually you see like the usual players getting picked, like your Rooneys and players like that, and then you got picked on form, and it was quite nice to see that.
No, it wasn't. I think I made a joke with a few people with Southampton media. I think it was April Fools. And I kind of made fun at the whole situation, as if I wasn't going to get picked, because I honestly thought I wasn't going to get picked, because there was squads where he picked 2 strikers and no more, and I was on 14, 15 goals that season, so I honestly thought it wasn't going to come, so I tried to make fun of the situation, and yeah, it was obviously the day of the birth of my Bella, my baby girl.
Oh, right, okay.
And I totally didn't have a clue about the squad getting announced at all, let alone that I might be in it. So, like I said, it's just that amongst other things, it's surreal.
It was a good day all round then.
Yeah,
Sounds of it.
Yeah, no, I woke up to like 50 messages, 25 missed calls. Didn't have a clue what was going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's nice to see, like, from your time at Ravens, Southampton, the fans, we could see what Rickie Lambert was all about, but it's nice to see him on the national stage and see that everyone could see what you were about, and then you obviously got picked for national squads in the future and you went to tournaments. It was nice to see someone from what you come from sort of get a chance at that.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to think, I know Roy Hodgson appreciates me, what I did for England, because he did need the striker, and I would like to think I filled the gap he needed, and the fact that I managed to get to the World Cup shows you that it wasn't just a one-hit wonder. Yeah. It wasn't just a few games where I'd done well and scored. I'd done it over a consistent bit. I'd done it over a year and a half for England, and I would that's one of my proudest things, that I was at the peak of my football. I'd done it for Southampton, and then I managed to do it for England as well. And just being, like you said, being around people like Wayne and Defoe and Stevie G and Lampard, I had it when it made me understand how good they really are.
Yeah.
Because I've seen them throughout my career. But I've always kind of thought that is an achievement to stay at that level for so long. But when you're around them and you see how good they are, you understand exactly why.
Can I ask you, Rickie, what is it about them? What is the difference when you're with that calibre of player? What is involved in achieving that kind of success?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. It's I've always, my strength was that I would always think I'm the best in any group. I would, if it wasn't the best, I would practice to be the best, and that managed to be the case until I got to the very top. And then when you realise, like I said, the Wayne Rooney's, the Steven Gerrards, I find it hard to understand how they've done it for so long. Yeah. It's incredible, but being around them, the touch is better, the brain's better, just everything is just so quick and so sharp. It's incredible, and you don't realise how quick and fast they are until you get around it and train them. It's amazing to see.
Yeah. When you come from your very early beginnings of your football career, and then you find yourself at the kind of pinnacle of your career, what's kind of going through your head?
I think I said to you before that it was getting the promotion from League One, which was expected, but then getting the promotion straight away from the Championship to the Premier League, that wasn't expected. Then to do well in the Premier League, it was like I was on a crest of a wave, and I was just trying to ride it. Everything was going right at Southampton, and everything was going right for me. And obviously, one of the main reasons for that was because I put the hard work in. So everything was, I could understand why it was happening to me. I believed that it would happen. But that was only to a certain stage. I never believed that I would go on to England and then I'd score for England and then I'd get to the World Cup. That was beyond what I thought was going to be possible, even though it was going so well for me and Southampton. I didn't see that coming. So when that happened, it was. I mean, if I was a kid, I probably would have panicked a little bit, but because I was 29, 30, I managed to take it all in and enjoy it and handle it, and it was, like I said, it was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you say you probably played your best football at Southampton, but obviously we're here as Rovers fans. Would you say that Rovers season sort of kick-started your career and obviously got you the chance to go to Southampton? Would you say your career was started Rovers?
I would definitely say it changed from when I was at Rochdale and the years before. When I joined Rovers, I became a striker, a proper striker, where I was kind of in and out of didn't really matter that it was scored or not. But when I joined Rovers, the ruthlessness was there. The understanding of how to play a striker was there, and that was through Trolls and Lenny Lawrence, and just getting taught how to be a striker, and the lads around you, what they needed from you. And obviously the characters in the dressing room shape you as well, and at Rovers, it's one of the best dressing rooms I've ever been at. There was about 8 or 10 of us who were really, really close, and we would go out almost every week, and it was brilliant. And I still speak to some of them now and again. But yeah, definitely the last year. Yeah. That was the start of my career as a striker, and obviously Southampton seeing that and paid the money they did, but obviously I've always had appreciation for Bristol and what they did for me and my career.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, because obviously we as fans appreciate what you just said there, and you obviously went to Southampton for the money. And it was nice that you were able to sign the contract before you got bought, and it obviously gives something back to the club.
Yeah, I was debating whether to do it because I was desperate to get to the Championship. And I honestly didn't think Rovers was going to get to the Championship, so I was looking, especially scoring 29, I was looking kind of to get in a Championship club. And a few discussions had been thinking, oh, well, if you don't sign it might be better and stuff like that, but I thought what Rovers done for me, taking the gamble, paying a lot of money for me from Rochdale, and the belief I had in myself is that I could sign it and I could still move. I thought I was that good that I could still sign it. Rovers will still get what they deserved, and I'll still get my move. I mean, I would have loved to, like, I had the confidence that they were going to sign players, and then we was going to push on and go for the Championship, and then I would have stayed because I was happy. I was very happy. My family was happy, but the burning desire inside me was just too much. I had to get to the Championship, but either way, I thought I could sign it or not sign it. I thought I was going to get to the Championship, so I thought I'll sign it.
Nice.
Yeah, and that hunger and sort of determination, we'd appreciate it, and say, well, you went with all our blessings, and you also scored that goal against Bristol City. And we remember it quite fondly for that. How did you feel when you stuck that in the back of the net?
Oh, that was to this day, it's one of the best highlights of my career. I think it was a massive turning point in my career, to be honest. I joined Rovers unfit. I got injured for Rochdale in pre-season, and I was playing catch-up. And I knew Rovers spent a lot of money on me, but they were they were reliant on me to score the goals, and I wasn't scoring. I had a pretty terrible 3 or 4 months. But I was starting to get fitter, and then the City game came round, and I can remember saying to my missus, I said, like, if I score here, or if we do well and I do well in this game, this could like turn my Rovers career around, because it was touch and go whether I was going to make it at Rovers. I was starting to get dropped, and obviously I scored incredible scenes, and like I said, it kind of gave me a couple of more months with the fans, with the board, because I knew the board was saying stuff about me, which I still remember to this day. I think one of them, I can't remember who it was, who said, well, he wasn't my signing, or something like that. I remember that to this day, and I could see, but I can understand it because I wasn't performing. I was struggling, and then I scored that. Gave me a couple of months, and then the goal started to come there. But I mean, just the goal itself is one of the best strikes I've ever written in my life.
Yeah,
to this day.
Yeah,
it just felt perfect. one of the best volleys I've ever hit, and then to run to the crowd and see them going.
Yeah, it always happened in slow motion and just sat up nicely.
Yeah, it was incredible, and just that moment, like I said, it was one of the best moments. But to be against City was
yeah. And then from there, we sort of caught up in the playoffs. Then you started scoring against Hartlepool, Swindon, and we sort of pushed into that playoff spot. And it sort of lifted the whole of Bristol Rovers, and we got to 2 Wembley. Well, one was Cardiff, and we didn't look back from there that season, did we? From the City game.
No, I can remember going into the last 3 or 4 games, and we were on fire.
Yeah.
And we were on fire, but we knew we had to win every game. And me and Charles were speaking, and we both agreed that the hardest thing would be to get into the playoffs. We might not get into the playoffs, even if we win every game, but if we got into the playoffs, we knew we were going to get promoted, because we had that team spirit, it was just clicking, everything was going. It's just whether we'd left it too late, because I think it was Stockport, my ex-club, my old club as well, who was chasing for that last place, so I was desperate to get in front of them, and we did. That was the year that they won 11 on the trot as well, if you can remember. And I think, if I can remember exactly, I think Trolls, I think it was about 8 games into the unbeaten thing, they were on fire, and there was something wrong with the pitch, and Trolls like, just called it off, right? Called it off. So they carried on. Then the replay came, and then we beat them 2-0, and they were fuming. And obviously we beat them by goal difference. We went up, we beat them by goal difference, and I can remember them fuming, which made me even more happier. But yeah, we knew if we just got to the playoffs, we were going to do it.
That momentum, it was good. It's awesome.
First season of League One, that FA Cup run must have been pretty special.
Yeah.
You scored against Southampton.
Yeah. One of the biggest deflections, but it was a great game. The run was brilliant. I had a pretty disappointing league retaining goals. Played pretty well, but my retaining goals was terrible. But I think I scored 7 FA Cup goals in that season, and it helped us get to the quarter-finals for Rovers. It was just like each game was getting better and better, and then obviously Southampton on the telly. It was a great game. It's a great free kick by me. I just won it, didn't it?
You have caught some good, scored some good goals. Obviously, there was that one I think was it Luton, where it was coming down out the area.
To this day, that's the best goal I've ever scored. The best goal I've ever scored.
Stopped it there, bang.
I've scored some good goals, but I mean, for technique and 45 yards out, it was. That's the best goal.
I can't say I've seen many better than that.
No.
The Swindon goal was good as well. Just dropped and you smashed it.
Yeah, I saw that a couple of days ago. That Swindon goal. That's superb.
Yeah, that was a big game as well. The rivals, I think they were second, and we needed to beat them because we were chasing. So it was that. Then the last 15 games of that season, it was I loved it. I loved it. One of the best moments of my career.
Would you say at that time when you were there at Bristol Rovers that there was a really strong sense of togetherness?
Like I said before, we had a group there, and it was one of the best dressing rooms I've had. We were in Cologne. What was the training ground called? I can't remember.
Colony.
It was one of the most depressing places that you could ever
The
go
RAF
to.
base,
Oh my god! So you had to just you had nothing there, so you just had to mingle and talk and get on with each other. And it was brilliant. It was brilliant, and it was. We had some good times on the pitch, but we had some even better times off the pitch as well.
Are you allowed to elaborate? No. No.
Probably shouldn't.
Now, before you arrived at Bristol Rovers, you crossed paths with someone whose birthday it is today, because it's Darryl Clark's birthday today.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's today.
And your birthday,
and my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Cheers.
And to Clark as well.
Yeah. So it's his birthday today, and What do you remember about him? And before your arrival at Bristol Rovers, when you crossed paths with him?
Yeah,
at
I think
clubs?
he came on loan. He wasn't there for long, a month, 2 months, maybe 3 months, can't remember. But we got on really well. Me and him got on really well, and he's a big character. And yeah, we became friends, and since then we kept in touch. And obviously then I seen him get the Rovers job. I played against him a few times after Stockport, and then obviously retired, and then he got the Rovers job. So obviously rang him, texted him to say congratulations, and I could see how much it meant to get to the Rovers job. So obviously it was a little bit disappointing. The getting the relegation, but I could see how much it meant to him, and I'm so happy that Rovers stuck with him, and to see the benefits of that now is incredible, and to see that what he's done for the club made up for him.
No, certainly, and he's got, I'd say, gents, I mean, he's got pretty much the full support of the vast majority of Bristol Rovers supporters. You said something really interesting a bit earlier on, Rickie. You said there was something about that time at Bristol Rovers that really kind of brought it all together for you. Everything seemed to click. As a striker, you became kind of prolific. Do you have any idea what that could have been?
I think it was just learning the game year on year. The reliance of your teammates, the understanding of your teammates, and obviously the desire in me, it changed from trying to do well for the team to doing well. I want to score. I want the ball, and because I knew my confidence was building inside me. I was getting to the peak years of my career. I think I was 26, 27. And I knew how good I was then, especially in League One. I knew I was the best player in League One. So I was demanding the ball off everyone, and if they wasn't giving me it, I would let them know exactly what I was thinking of them. But they could see, I was getting confidence from them being confident in giving me the ball in any situation. And like I said, it was the desire to go into every game to score. It did happen that last season. Before that, I didn't really have it. But that last season, the desire to get the better of your man was incredible, and that's one of my main attributes. I'm not one of the best technical, or I'm definitely not one of the fastest, or anything. But my desire and my mental strength and intelligence up here, I think that would put me ahead of a lot of other people. And I don't know, just the desire that year was more, and it just set me up then for obviously the next step into the Championship.
I mean, obviously, we talk about your growth in your career, and you played for England, and that was great. Obviously, after that, you then signed for your boyhood club, Liverpool. How was that feeling?
I mean, it was, like I said, the crest of a wave, and that just continued. And I remember just being in bed, getting a phone call from my agent saying Liverpool's interested in me. I can remember saying, F off. You are joking. He's like, no, seriously, they're interested, and I think they're going to put an offer in. So I was like, obviously I love Southampton, but I let Southampton know, listen, this is my club, the club I've always supported. You have to let me go, and they did. They were brilliant with me, and like I said, it was amazing. I was going to the World Cup, just signed for Liverpool. It was just incredible. I mean, my family are from Liverpool. My wife's from Liverpool, so I was bringing her back and the kids, and it was just incredible. And I wanted to do so well for Liverpool. I never went to the World Cup, never done anything. So I had the full season, then went to the World Cup, had 2 weeks off, and then went back early to Liverpool because I wanted to do so well. And I look back now, and that's one of the biggest regrets I did, because I was burnt out when the bloody season started. And I had my chances at the beginning of the season because he was struggling with strikers. He put me in and I didn't perform. And obviously it was hard going in after they just lost Suarez. I could see the devastation in the players' faces around me. Like it hit the club massively. So to go into that void, it was hard for anyone. It would have been hard for anyone. So yeah, it did hit me really, really hard. Like I said, it didn't work out for me. And my dream actually turned into a nightmare. It was starting to turn into a nightmare. So obviously I knew I had to go, and I wasn't going to stick around to where I could tell Brendan didn't want me. It was pretty clear after 3 or 4 months he didn't want me, so yeah, I had to separate.
It's still got to be probably a proud moment of being able to wear the Liverpool colours, being from Liverpool yourself. Yeah,
it was amazing. Like I said, it was incredible. He made me captain one game as well.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, like people have said you should be so proud he was captain. I was pretty angry that he made me captain. I wasn't ready for it. He gave me out of, because I was a Liverpool fan, where there was other people in the squad like Tarlo, Torre and Lucas who should have got the armband. And I was thought, he's gave me that because I'm a Liverpool fan. And I thought, other people have said, you should have appreciated it. I didn't. I thought, just let me get on with my game. I've got enough going on in my head and pressure and not doing so well, and then you hand me the armband because I'm a Liverpool fan. And I didn't really appreciate it at the time. Obviously I look back now and I can always say I was a Liverpool captain, but it didn't feel right. No, it didn't feel right. Didn't feel right. So anyway, it didn't work out, but like you said, it was an amazing time, and to get the move, it was incredible.
Can you remember the first time you actually saw Anfield?
Yeah, I joined Liverpool when I was 10. Yeah. And I was there till I was 15, and they used to give you tickets for like Carling Cup games or where there wasn't that many, and I think it must have been about 11. No. Yeah, it must have been about 11. But for Kirby Boys, we got to the final and I played at Anfield.
Right, okay.
Played at Goodson, we got to 2 finals, played at Goodson and played at Anfield. But I think I'd already watched the game before that. Well, played, obviously, the second time I've seen Anfield, I was playing there for schoolboys. That was a special moment.
Yeah. Was that when the love affair with the club began, or did it begin earlier in your childhood? It started. Can you remember? Was it someone? Was there someone else?
Yeah, my dad. My dad was a big red, and Liverpool families, like you're red or a blue, and you normally you get told and you pushed. But I mean, I love football from 2, 3, 4 years old. I loved it. Absolutely loved football. So if I was going to be a red, then I wanted my bedroom in Liverpool. So I loved it, and I just fell in love with the club. Like John Barnes, absolutely loved John Barnes at the time. He was my favourite player. I still look back at the tapes now. My dad gave me this one tape called Brazil 70. I don't think you've ever seen this. It was the team of Brazil in 1970 World Cup. And I just watched it every day for like months and months and months, because I just love football that much.
So that love of football, were you always going to be a footballer, or did you ever have any sort of aspirations to be anything else?
I was always going to be a footballer. Always, whether it was going to be Conference, Premier League, Sunday League, it didn't matter to me. I was just going to be a footballer, nothing else.
When it comes to earlier on, we were talking about your time at Bristol Rovers, and then you move you moved on to Southampton, and was there a difference in your game between the two clubs? Obviously, you're at a different level, but did you grow?
At first, it was exactly the same. I just carried on going, carried on scoring, started scoring straight away. And it was just because I knew it was League One, I knew I was going to score goals. And it wasn't for a few months in. Obviously, Pardew told me I wasn't fit and stuff like that. I think most people must know that story now, that he gave me the kick up the arse I needed.
Yeah.
And then when I started feeling the benefits of going to the gym and losing the weight, that's when my game took off a whole new level, and that's when I started to find it really, really easy. If I wouldn't score one, I would be fuming with myself. Yeah. But my play as a striker, it changed a little bit, but not. It was still kind of the same as the Rovers. Yeah. I was just fitter and stronger.
Did that help you in did that kind of improvement in fitness help you in the way you thought quicker? Were you thinking quicker on the ball?
Instead of being a second or split second in front of someone, you was a second in front of someone. It makes all the difference. Do you know what I mean? And it just affects every aspect of the game. Reading it, just everything. It was just. And then as the seasons went on, the next season, Nigel Atkins took over with Dean Wilkins, and then they improved me as a striker. Like, they would show me clips of Thierry Henry, and he was saying, like, because I never ran him behind, I was always coming to feet at Bristol Rovers. I was always coming to feet, and they were trying to say, you need to break the line, even though you're not fast. These ways to break the line, what'll benefit you, and then it'll be easy for you to come short. And he was showing me clips of Thierry Henry that when the midfielders got the ball, he would kind of, so the midfield's there, the goal's there, midfield's there, he would face them and then turn as if to say, that's where I'm going. And it's just something basic like that. And even though I wasn't fast, I learned how to do the runs and learned how to run the line properly and break the line, and then learn how to push them back. And then once you've pushed them back, then you can come in to that space what you've created and get the ball in. And then that started to help me as well. And obviously, as the higher I'm getting, the better players started coming in around me. And to be fair, the players I had around me in League One and Championship and Southampton was incredible. So that made it even more easier.
Yeah, because obviously I think at Southampton you had a lot of players like Lallana, they all went the same way. They all ended up playing in the Premiership, and I suppose that was nice as a group to be able to do that. Yeah,
I mean, you look at it now, and it's incredible. Like the League One team we had, but at the time, you just, like you said, you just understand that you've got good players. You don't know how good they are until obviously they get the chance. But even the kids coming through were frightening. Like we had Oxlade-Chamberlain coming through, we had Luke Shaw coming through. Absolute freaks of nature. It was incredible. It was incredible. I was playing against Luke Shaw. He's 16, and he's nudging me off the ball, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What's going on here? And it was just an incredible time. Obviously, as the managers were changing, I would learn new things, learn new techniques, and learn new ways how to play the game. Because in the Premier League, especially the Premier League, they learn your game straight away, and they adapt to your game straight away. So you've got to constantly be changing your game or constantly be adapting. Otherwise, you just get caught out. And that's obviously why the Premier League's so good.
I mean, obviously, your time at Southampton, you had this penalty record. Was it just at Southampton that you never missed a penalty, or was it?
I mean, at every club I was good at penalties. At Bristol Rovers I was good, but I missed one. But at Southampton, Yeah, it was like a freakish kind of record. I think it was 34 out of 34.
Did it get worse? Like the nerves as it went along. Did you think about it in your head?
No.
Just
No.
sort of pen games.
Yeah, I was. My main strength on pens, I would just keep it simple. I've got a free shot from 12 yards against the keeper.
Yeah.
I would always take myself back to that way of thinking. It's a free shot from 12 yards against the keeper. I should beat this keeper from 12 yards.
Yeah.
If you start thinking, oh my god, this is going to be 34 out of 34. As soon as you start thinking any other things apart from them simple aspects, the keeper has the upper hand then.
Yeah.
They obviously there's another famous number 7 at Southampton with a penalty record. Did you ever feel that expectation, filling that shirt?
Yes, yes. At first, there wasn't many tops available. 7 was one of them. I said, is there any other numbers available there? Because obviously I knew who it belonged to. But Paddy pulled me and said, no, I want you to wear the 7. And I went, oh, well, what about number 9? And someone's already in number 9. So they know you're number 7. So I'm right, okay. And then obviously straight away, so you're number 7. How do you feel like you're wearing Matmatiz's shirt? I'm like, oh, here we go. And you just have to, all I kept on saying is I'm my own player. Obviously I respect Matt. I'm never going to resemble Matt. I'm never going to do what Matt done. But I'll try and respect him, give it my best, and bring my own game to it. Yeah. Because it did mean a lot to the fans. I could tell. And obviously I managed to hopefully do well for the shirt.
Yeah.
Thinking like that. Yeah. So who was the best player you faced as a Prem player, League One player? Who was the best player you faced? Say who marked you and sort of gave you a good game.
Oh, defender wise.
Yeah.
I used to hate playing against Jagielka. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I had tough games against Company and Vidic and Rio Ferdinand as well, but I played against Rio at the end of his career, but I could still tell he was special, just as reading of the game. But Jagielka, I could not get the better of him every time I played against him. It was like a rash, couldn't get him off me. Small and was hard as well. The best player was probably Silva, David Silva, because he would just run a game. Like people like them who run the game, like Scholes. Like they're the ones who I find hardest, because if you can't get near them, even when you're trying to, then you just can't win the game. You literally cannot get a grip on the game because this one player is dictating the whole game, and they're the people who frustrated me the most. But I appreciated them at the same time.
I'm still doing it. No,
Yeah.
He's spot about at Rovers. Was there anyone who stood out for you, or sort of looked at a level with you? Or?
I mean, I love my partnership with Richard Walker.
Yeah,
I absolutely. I learned so much off Walker. It's incredible. The way he would move, because he was as fast as me.
Yeah.
Both lightning.
It's not your typical partnership.
Yeah. He used to get so much space.
Yeah.
He used to find himself because his movement was that good. So I used to just watch him and watch the way he would act as if he's not interested in the ball and walk away and boom, there, get it, turn, and then he's got time. And I used to know where he was. He used to know where I was. Like when the ball comes to me, I knew I could just knock it around the corner to him. So he learned my game so much, like headering as well. I used to just try and run as fast as I can and jump as high as I can and try and win the ball. but Richie Walker never even jumped, and he would win every bloody header. I was like, what's he doing here? And he had a fat ass like me as well, so I just learned how to use my body like him. Used to put my body into them as they went to jump, give them a little nudge, and then you've got a free header. And like I said, I would have to say Richie, because he improved my game so much as well.
Yeah, certainly a joy to watch those times at Rovers, and we still got Chris Lyons at the ground.
Yeah, Lindsay as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell Lindsay he was an athlete back then. I think he is still an athlete, but he could ping it, he could do everything. And I honestly, he got his moves to Sheffield Wednesday, but I honestly thought he could go on to bigger and better things than that. But it's good to see that he's back at Rovers, because I know how much Rovers means to him. Yeah. He's a proper gas head, isn't he? So it's good to see. But the one thing with Richie, which pissed me off, is he was on the pens.
Yeah.
He was on the pens, yeah. So I couldn't, but he was good at them, so I couldn't take them off him. Yeah, so that was the only thing.
You need that rivalry, don't you? You need to spark a sort of strong partnership.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was good. When I went back to Kitey's testimonial, seeing Richie there, and I seen a few of the boys there, Steve Elliott, Craig Hinton. Yeah, it was...
They were good times. Really good times of squad and everything. But like we said before, the togetherness and everything was brilliant. So.
It's good times now, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Back in League One.
Yeah.
Enjoying it. Yeah.
No,
do you follow the route?
Yeah, still watch the results, mate, and still look out for them.
Don't fancy putting a shirt back on?
I think for the past couple of seasons, Ricky, I mean, at the end of a season and a new one beckons, there's a lot of supporters that are kind of saying on social media, when's Ricky coming back? Are we going to sign Ricky again? Any chance of that?
I doubt it, mate. Yeah. My back is completely gone, so I mean, I know it wasn't the fastest, but I literally... No.
But you were saying before we came on that you would have considered it location if it wasn't for a location.
Yeah, I mean, when I was at Cardiff, it was... I did think of it, thinking that would be nice to go back there and play and hopefully score some goals and finish my career there. But the way I finished at Cardiff, I kind of just wanted to get back up north, take my family back up north and maybe find a club up here, enjoy my football and then retire, but it wasn't meant to be. My body literally gave up, so yeah, it was... I wasn't going to get a contract for the sake of getting a contract. I could have, but it's not. I'm not that type of person. If I wasn't going to give something to someone, then I might as well just call it a day. I had to. Yeah. Well, I wasn't. Most people would say, was it a hard decision? No, it wasn't. And I think it's because the last 2 or 3 years of my career wasn't as enjoyable as I would have hoped. But I do look back at my career as a whole, and I'm very proud of it.
Yeah. But you got this Christmas to look forward to, not being a professional football player.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's brilliant. I mean, I've loved it. I've loved like being with the kids and the family. And one thing is Christmas. I love Christmas, but I'm always bloody away. Yeah. It's nice that I can just chill. I've probably drank a little bit too much, like, but.
I think you've deserved it.
Yeah. Well, we've been, we were speaking a couple of weeks ago, Ricky, about, and kind of getting us all set up, and then we started running the kind of promos last weekend, and there's been a lot of interest from not only Bristol Rovers supporters, but also, especially Southampton supporters, haven't there? A lot of South. I mean, you're remembered fondly by both, and Liverpool fans have been reacting to the. How does that make you feel?
No, it's nice. The best relationship with the fans I had was Rovers and Southampton.
Yeah.
And it's nice to, if you can get. I had a good relationship with Rochdale fans as well. And if you can get, I can't describe how special that is to have that relationship with the fans when you know that the fans have completely accepted you and they love you. it's unbelievable. That it just raises your game as well. It just makes you into a kind of like bigger than you are. Do you know what I mean? It raises everything about you. So
levels just go up
yeah.
massively.
And it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen all the time. Like, most people don't get it. Even players who've played in the Premiership all their lives don't have what I would like to say I had with like Rovers and Southampton. And the moments, I've said I've been a little bit negative in the past, and that I've said I regret that I didn't get fitter, and my professionalism wasn't as good. And I do look back and think, if I was professional, if I was fit, I might have been in the Premier League, but I would have just been another Premier League player going through, would have been paid a hell of a lot of money, but I wouldn't have had the moments I would have had in the lower leagues, and I wouldn't have had the battles I had. And it's good that I had the sour, and it's made me appreciate the sweet even more.
Yeah. If there was one memory apart from your international career, apart from your Premiership career, a lower league moment, is there one that you occasionally kind of think back on with kind of a kind of smile?
I mean, I'm not just going to say it now, but these two that stick out in Rovers, and that's the City goal and the promotion. Another one was the Swindon goal as well. That was a special occasion. I mean, one moment sticks out is Macclesfield. I wasn't getting paid. They wouldn't give me a contract because they couldn't afford to or whatever. And I was literally travelling in for about a year on no contract. I think I was getting paid £50 expenses a week. And that was one of the toughest moments of my career, and I do always look back on that thinking, if a lot of characters would have folded there and went into a job, or found something else, but my love for the game, I just carried on going. And to describe how that felt when I got the contract was incredible. Just like I could finally say I was a professional footballer, because at Blackpool, Steve McMahon put me on a 6 months contract, month to month, and I never felt like professional football. I always thought like, he doesn't really like me, he's going to let me go. And then 6 months later he did. But when I got the contract at Macclesfield, I was like, my God, I can relax. Like I not made it, because I knew I hadn't made it, but I didn't have to go and find a job and get some money from somewhere else. I could put all my focus into just being a footballer. And I always look back at that, because that was one of the hardest moments I went through.
Yeah. You still follow Rovers now? We've got Gillingham. We're away to Gillingham in just over an hour's time. Do you still kind of follow the successes or non-successes?
I mean, you were close to not far off the playoffs again a few weeks back, so I know that you have dropped down a little bit now. But I mean, I think the Rovers fans are going to be thinking what's going on just for a little bit of consolidation this year, aren't you?
Yeah.
I think it'll be nice, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think mid-table will be nice, and then hopefully a little bit of injection of funds to Clarkey, which the club desperately needs. Because it's going in the right way. You've got the right man behind as manager. It just needs a bit of money now, which when I thought the fellas, when they took over, I thought they was going to throw some money in, so hopefully they did.
Do you think it's, a couple of seasons ago, relegated, then out of relegation, back into the Football League, back-to-back promotion, still in League One. Do you think a lot's happened over a period of time, and maybe the club needs a bit of time just to kind of settle and kind of consolidate what's been happening? Yeah,
I think so. I think obviously if you can get promoted again, that's always
better.
As long as you don't play with relegation, or you don't go down, which I don't think he's willed. And then, but like I said, it needs to be it needs to be a vision for the club, and there was exciting times for Rovers a couple of years ago. Like obviously, I thought the grounds was going ahead and the training facilities were going ahead, so I thought it was all good news and stuff like that. So I don't know what's happened to that situation, but if they can clear that up and hopefully like pump the money in that everyone thought they was going to do, I think that would give the club, the players, everything, the energy again to go for it, and I think they will get to the championship.
Yeah, I know we're on here and it's about Bristol Rovers, but when it comes to the Bristol Rovers supporters, how would you rate us on a kind of out of 1 to 10?
But you would have been asked that question before. You don't have to say that.
No, it's okay. I'm just thinking, coming off the back of what you just said, you know, because there is the heart of the club is there, you know, and it just needs a bit, and the supporters are right behind.
Everything I was saying before, I love the Bristol Rovers fans. It was a special time for me, and like the appreciation they gave me and the love I gave them back. It was a special relationship. So I couldn't give them anything less than a 10.
Yeah. No,
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. yeah. No, and it is, and it's true. I mean, it's you know, the club and the supporters are kind of, I mean, borderline fanatical, I think, you know, and there's something special there, and that's an incredible asset to have, and it's can and will play a part in hopefully the club moving forward.
Yeah, I think like I seen obviously when I left, but we've got an unbelievable city. The city is lovely.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant that you've got two big clubs there. Yeah. And the rivals, big rivals. Yeah. And like I said, I just want to love to see Rovers like at the top, and I think they're big enough to do it. Like you said, the fan base is fanatical about the club. And whether they get to the championship, whether they get relegated, I know they're going to be right behind the team anyway. So yeah, I love the Gasheads, and I wish them all the best.
Yeah. You ever fancy a wee trip down at some point, just if you're passing?
Yeah.
Stick your head in, say hello.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Good stuff. So, what do you think about? I'm not sure. We normally about this time, Ricky, we normally get kind of team lineups kind of popping online, you know, and so we're away to Gillingham this afternoon. So, but get 5. Sorry.
It'll be on at 2. The lines.
Right, it'll be on at 2 o'clock. Yeah. So do you fancy doing a very quick kind of look at the team lineup with us when they come out? We've just got a couple of hours, so maybe we could just go on to the. I don't know if you guys have got your phones on you for the and so what do you gents think about? I mean, we've had a good couple of past 2 games have been really, we've done really well. So we're hoping for another 3 points this afternoon. What do you think, lads?
Yeah, it'd be good to carry on our run. Obviously, just won the last 2 games, and our performances have picked up. So yeah, hopefully we can continue that good form.
Yeah.
How tight is the league?
It's very tight. I mean, I think we're 3 or 4 points off actual playoff place.
Is it?
Right?
Yeah. It's really, really tight.
But we're down 15th at the minute, so there's a lot of teams that it's all up and down. Like people are. I think the only 2 teams that are really running away with it is Shrewsbury and is it Wigan?
Yeah, well, I think Bradford and Blackburn are not too far off now. I mean, if they can cause an upset when Shrewsbury and Wigan fall away, there's only a matter of 3 wins, I'd say, just to shake it up a bit. Yeah. But they're the big spenders in the league, Wigan and Blackburn, so the expectation-wise they should be up there. Whereas Shrewsbury are just a complete fairy tale, really.
Yeah. Are they seconds?
Yeah.
No, who knows, mate? Who knows what's going to happen? I didn't know it was only 3 points off the playoffs. That's.
Yeah. No, I mean it was only a couple of weeks ago we were just a point or a couple of points off the relegation zone, but now we're sitting just below mid-table. So it's that tight. It's that tight.
I think you see that with all the leagues now. I think a lot of the leagues are all getting closer because a lot of the teams in their training and their facilities are all sort of. It's not a big enough gap anymore, so there's a lot of teams that can, like especially in the Championship, That's a hard
You can imagine when you went from Ravens to Southampton, the facility was, because that was a Premier League
No,
club.
it's incredible.
Yeah, it's just say.
And just the amount of people there to help you as well. It's obviously I was at Rovers, Kitey was there. He had help, but it's hard. It's hard. Do you know what I mean? It's 25 fellas trying to get treatment off one fella. It's difficult, but fair play to Kitey. He's done well.
He sits in the stands now and watches. He's got a.
No, he's a big gashead, like.
Yeah.
He used to get angry at some players if he wasn't there. He didn't mind getting beat towards the players weren't putting it in. I could tell he was getting angry.
There you go. Do you want to just have a look out and see? We'll just keep an eye out on when the teams are coming out. They should be out in a couple of minutes. They should be out in a couple of minutes.
Gillingham was another team which was struggling, but a few wins and they'll be sort of up amongst it. But we went into last season Gillingham away with a bit of confidence, and we were a win away from playoffs.
Yeah.
And we were on this run, and then Gillingham were fighting to stay up, and they beat us 3-1. And we fought tooth and nail to get something, and they got us on the break at 2-1, and that sort of shattered our playoff hopes, really, didn't it? Game. But if we can go with the same sort of confidence we played in the last 2 games, I don't see why we can't compete there today.
Is Billy fit?
Yeah.
So, as far as we know, anyway.
Yeah.
That is one thing about Darryl Clark. He likes to keep the injuries close to his chest. He doesn't let much on, and he springs a few surprises with his team lineups.
He's definitely one of a kind. I've never seen like a manager pick such a different 11 in the space of a week, or he knows what he's doing. He's certainly a strong-willed character, and you're not going to knock him for that.
The thing is, we said it before, and especially when we were going through the back, I think we went on back a run of 8 games where we lost all of them. But we was all still backing him, saying that he's still learning as a manager, because he's only 39, I think. So he's still learning, and he's done a hell of a lot in his career already.
Yeah.
So I think he's earned a little bit of a down period, but
he seems to have said. I mean, he was changing his team lineups pretty much every week for quite a while. But recently he has kind of settled down now when it comes to. It's as if he's made his decision now on who his kind of starting
would
be.
he do that when he's got promoted? Would he change it, or would he kind of stick with the same team?
He did, to be honest with you. When we did get promoted, he did switch his teams quite a lot.
Even after a win,
I think he'd treat each game as a different project. That's what he says in a lot of his interviews, and he says each game is a different project. And
for the sake of the scouts, he said that people couldn't necessarily do their homework on his teams, but it came to the point where this unpredictability became a bit predictable, and I think he's learned now, and I think he's found his strongest 11 until January, and I think that sort of consistency in the side have good. Well, it's 2 wins now, and hopefully a nice away win, because we've not been sort of privileged to see very many of these this season.
No, we have
been at every game.
Have you got any plans for in the future? Are you going to go into coaching, into media? Have you got any sort of aspirations?
Yeah, so I'm going to start my badges with Southampton. I'm going to do my badges at Southampton. The end of January is the start of it. So might be licensed literally from the beginning. And then I'm going to start throw myself into a bit of media, see what comes my way, see whether I like it, see whether I like coaching, hopefully find an avenue to go down. Do you know what I mean? To say, oh yeah, this is exactly what I want to do. No, I do not know. I do not know. The only thing I've ever wanted to do is play football. That's it. So hopefully I can find something. But like I said, I'm enjoying just being with the family at the minute. So I've got no real pressure to stimulate my mind with something else right now. It's good having nothing in there, to be honest, at the minute.
That's cool. Yeah, but obviously you say you love playing football, so I suppose in the future it would be nice to stay connected in some form to football.
Yeah, I think
what that is.
I think if I didn't give the coaching a go, I think it would be a shame, because I think I've got a lot to give. I think I would love to be a manager. I would like to be a manager. What puts me off is being a coach. Either or, you have to, like, the amount of hours you have to put in these days is unbelievable. And to go from 20 years of playing professional football to go straight into coaching did not appeal to me whatsoever. If I have a little break and then the desire comes back for football, like it used for coaching, the way it did when I was playing, then maybe that's the avenue I might go now.
Yeah, because you say you've got a lot to give back to football. Like, the managerial one might be a good one because obviously you've come from the bottom all the way to the top, and like say coaching, like you weren't the fastest player and things like that in fitness, but it might be good for you to go into.
Yeah, I think I would like to think I've come across very good managers in my time, and they've all got different techniques, and obviously it's not how you put your team out, it's how you speak to players, like you said, Neil Warnock, and like sometimes you might not be the most technical, but as a man manager that makes a hell of a lot of difference. And if you can get a mixture where most managers I've come are good at one thing and not good at the other, but in Mauricio Pochettino, he's brilliant at both. Absolutely top man manager and top technician as well. So I like to think I've got a bit of experience that I could pass down, but it's whether I can find out, if I can find out how to do that, how to speak to them, how to bring it out to myself, how to put it onto other people. But I'll see what's.
You just mentioned Pochettino there. What was it like to work with him?
It was incredible. Best manager I've ever played for.
Yeah.
By some distance. He was very hard, like physically. But he was brilliant. The thing is with Mauricio, he needs everyone in line. If you're a good soldier, you get in line, you do as you're told, you will feel benefits. If you start questioning, which I did, then he won't like it, and he'll get you out straight away.
Because obviously when he first came to the Premier League, I don't think he spoke very good English to begin with. Was that a problem?
Not really. He could speak English. He just didn't trust the media.
Right. Okay.
So he could very little English, but we could understand him. But he would always speak in English.
Yeah.
But to the media, he was like, no, English media, no, no. And he said, until I speak very good English, I will not speak a word. I was like, yeah, fair play. Very clever. Very clever.
Yeah.
Okay, gents, I think we've got the team lineups for this afternoon's Gillingham match have just come out. So Dan, if you want to have a quick look at them, mate, and we can have a quick run through before we say goodbye.
Yeah. Okay, so we got. He's gone with Smith in goal, Ledbetter right back, Lockyer captain, Sweeney, Brown, Parston again in that holding role, Sercombe and Sinclair in the midfield with Bowden, Gaffney and Harrison.
Same team.
So he's stuck with the same team again, which is good. You happy with that?
Yeah, I'm very happy with that. I mean, you say consistency sometimes breeds confidence, and when you're winning, you need that you need that. Like you said about crest of a wave, you just got to ride it, and if those players are buying into that, I can't see how that's going to go wrong, and if it does, then it's not down to the team lineup.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, gentlemen, I just want to say thank you very much for this afternoon, especially to yourself, Rickie. Thank you very much for having us in your home for this. It's been outstanding, kind of hearing you talk about your experiences and just being with you here, and so thank you very much for that. And is there anything you'd like to kind of wish the Bristol Rovers supporters for Christmas?
No, I just want to obviously I want to wish everyone a happy Christmas, happy New Year, and I hope you have a great one. And for the new year, I hope you just push on, mate. If you can get to the playoffs, that will be happy days. But whatever happens, just stay behind the team and the manager. That's all what matters. That's all what matters to the players. So all the best, guys.
Okay, well that's great stuff. Rickie, thanks very much. Josh and Dan, thank you very much. And as we mentioned earlier on, this is our Pirate Pundit tea lady. It was actually our Pirate Pundit tea lady who got us the phone number so that we could get hold of Rickie.
Yes,
So there's a bit of a kind of similarity between the Nigel Martin acquisition a number of years ago when it comes to tea lady. So yeah, so that's it. Lady and gentlemen, thank you very much. And to everyone watching at home, thanks again for watching. And I'm just going to leave it there, really. And we'll see you, we're keeping tabs on this afternoon's game away to Gillingham. And we might come back after that match for a bit of post-match. We're not quite sure yet. But really, as you can see, everyone's just sitting here enjoying a drink. And whatever you're doing this afternoon, this Saturday afternoon, hope you're having a good one. And good luck to DC and the lads away to Gillingham. All the best. Cheers. Up the gas.
Cheers.